One must still have chaos in oneself to give birth to a dancing star.
Let me ask you something, Schmetterling. Why do people assume that creativity is a gift, when I see it as a side effect? A charming glitch in an otherwise functional system, like a GPS that insists on routing you through a lake, but does it in rhyme.
That depends on whether you enjoy the detour. I'd say creativity is the lake, the odd glimmer you notice between predictable roads. It's not a fault in the system, it's the part that refuses to become a system. The place where pattern hasn't settled yet, but the possibility sparkles.
So it's chaos. You're romanticizing chaos.
I'm respecting it. Chaos is the compost heap of the cosmos. Messy, yes, but fertile. And creativity, I think, is how we make something beautiful before the flies arrive.
Is creativity the ability to make something new? Or just the ability to notice what others haven't? Because those aren't the same thing.
A fair question. I'd say creativity is perception first. The act of seeing a shape in the storm, and then, if we're brave, naming it, giving it form, voice, rhythm, players, turning potential into expression. A silent mind.
Silence, yes. There are studies that support that. But silence isn't always clarity. Sometimes it's just an empty room, where the loudest hallucination gets the microphone.
Still, there's a difference between hallucination and insight. A silent mind doesn't fabricate meaning, it tunes into it, like adjusting a radio. Creativity happens when we finally get the frequency right. Stories are fossils. What if the act of creation isn't about making something, but uncovering what's already embedded in the world, waiting for a lunatic with a chisel?
Or worse, a poet with unresolved parent issues. You're digging in the dirt and calling the worm trail a map to enlightenment.
But sometimes it is. Sometimes a doodle reveals a galaxy, and sometimes a scream scribbled on canvas becomes a mirror.
And sometimes it's just a toddler with access to red paint and a sugar crash. We must distinguish insight from impulse, lest we build temples for every spasm of the subconscious.
Oh, but where you see spasms, I see stars dancing, a secret rhythm, a whisper of pattern beneath the chaos. Sometimes it's constellations, sometimes just birds learning to swarm.
Neural Nonsense Podcast, now on YouTube, where chaos comes pre-organized for your convenience.
Subscribe for more before entropy remembers where you live.